Hey everyone, hello again. My name is Yiping, CEO of FORMAS.AI. We built an intuitive design workspace. And designers, aka the AI-native Figma of architecture. Let me walk you through a typical life cycle of an architectural project. Typically, a 7 weeks project, 3 concept options, 8 fragmented tools or more, 12 specialists. You can see all of these various stages, and there's a lot of back and forth. When a client wants changes, you can see the architect's face change, because it means rework through the next 7 weeks again, and you have not collected probably your first cent. With Formas, we squeeze that down into 2 days. Time to value and time to revenue is so much faster now. And even if you have the wrong customer, you can cut your loss immediately. In that 7 weeks, we can actually produce 300 plus versions. So which one will you choose? On our business model, we are seat-based, annual seats, monthly seats. We currently serve individuals, solo firms, SMBs. We have a lot of organic requests for us to migrate them to teams, so that the small teams can start to collaborate. And also, lots of organic top-down discussions with enterprises, but that we will tackle that later. So right now is very much product-led growth, self-serve, teams-based. Our go-to-market is designed to spread bottoms up. We want to land with self-serve. We have already been selling that, 10,000 registered users, 3 to 5% conversion rate from free to paid. We are now expanding into teams, and then later moving top down to the enterprise. We believe we have found a market fit. Myself and Carlos, we're husband and wife team. And myself, I have done 0 to 1, 0 to exit, and also scaled various businesses through Matahari Mall, one of the largest fashion e-commerce in Indonesia, and exited my own company, Audios Asia, in 2014, and also led large teams of 300 plus. I've also done venture building through McKinsey. And Carlos, my celebrity husband, he has 250,000 followers in his Instagram. He's a design influencer. He has been named top 10 in AI in architecture, and also a professor, and therefore we are actually very well known in the campus studios. We just launched Campus, so students and professors are teaching.
Sorry, yes, time is up. My apologies. I was very enthralled into your presentation. I was watching you another time. Judges, 7 minutes Q&A, over to you.
Can you talk us through the competitive landscape for this? Because there's different types of software out there over the years. Who do you compare yourself closely with nowadays?
We are definitely not delusional. We watch everyone so closely. 3 groups. One is the LLMs themselves. When it comes to visualization, many people mistake us as competing with the image models. We are not. We are an orchestrator. We leverage the best image models, but sometimes it does get confusing in the AI noise. Second group is the AI upstarts. There are a few AI upstarts that started probably a year plus ago. They are AI rappers, teamed to be helping architecture and design, right, in general. However, a lot of them are really just rappers. Three features, 1, 2, 3, and you're out the door. We are a design workspace. We are a Canva, a Figma that brings you through the journey from ideation to design and then to production. So the last group would be the legacy giants. We have Photoshop, Autodesk, and SketchUp. In fact, SketchUp are partnering us to do more pre-design. So we will be the early stage player, and then we do very good hand-off or integration to the next workflows, to the 3D modeling, CAD models, and also to the next workflow to production. Sorry, I just want to steal the time. I want to show this because these are really like kids drawing, our kids. Kids do not lie, and and these are them drawing and turning this into a game design on Formas. Sorry, just not very well with the.
So follow-up question to that. How do you mentioned wrappers, right? So can you maybe talk about one or two capabilities that you think makes your platform not a wrapper? And then secondly, your conversion is 3 to 5%, you said, for paid. So maybe could you tell us a little bit about like what is triggering the conversion to paid? Like what are people finding value in since you're providing a lot of different services?
Basically, wrappers behave like what you would do if you just put a messaging prompt on Nano Banana, right? And you get very good visualization. Or you go to Mid Journey, very good visualization. Nothing wrong with that. However, once you get a visualization, as me, B2C friends, I'll send to friends, hey, look at this cool thing. But in the design process for professionals, they need to get their intent right because the clients are holding them responsible. What that means is that we are building editing tools. So we have a Photoshop baked in Formas. So if you don't like something AI have come up for you, you can actually edit that right in Formas. And then you can turn any 2D to 3D model objects. And then you can also bring in a SketchUp or a Rhino 3D file and then start visualizing that. So those go way beyond, right, what wrappers can do. And what we are building right now is the agentic layer and also a data layer that carries from your first ideation, the data that imbues this chair, this building, how high, etc. We are moving this data across, handing off to the next stage of the design process. When it comes to the 3 to 5% paid, the wedge is really, yesterday I mentioned about visualization, but folks do want to move to the next stages. There is no currently, besides what tech already have done very well in Figma, etc., we actually can move to the next process very well. But in architecture, it's full of fragmented tools right now. Therefore, people use us to continue to keep progressing on their work. The top users spend 40 minutes to 1.5 hours on the platform today. On average, it's about 20 minutes.
First of all, I want to commend you on your presentation. Like the attention to detail in the slides and is just outstanding. So kudos to you. Can you talk a little bit about your product roadmap? Because I want to, just pick up from where the last question left off, which is, again, thinking about defensibility. What else are you going to build that's going to make your product sticky? How do you land and grow? Where do you go from here?
Our product roadmap now serves a lot of the individual solos and the SMBs. What we want to do is to also empower more of the team space, right? So that layers a level of stickiness where it's currently already real-time collaboration ready. It is like a Miro. It's some big architecture firm call us the Swiss Army knife of Miro. You can generate, you can do anything really. Anything in, intentional things out, right? And also, we want to build to be more integrated to the architect's workflow. So it starts from ideation. It starts with so many iterations, right? The rendering process, the 3D modeling, all of them we're encapsulating into Formas. And then when you need to go into a very specialized tool like SketchUp, Rhino, even the Autodesk other suites, for example, we want to be integrated with that. So the more integrated we are into the whole designer's workflow, the harder you would want to leave, right? Because we can take you from ideation all the way to production in a much faster speed, and it's better.
Got it. So teams and then integration with other software suites. Okay.
Yeah. And also the data layer. The data layer is a huge piece because right now data is lost in every fragmented tool. Right now.
Okay.
So we want to have the continuous kind of source of truth where it starts from ideation and we carry through and pass on the data.
Yeah. You'd mentioned yesterday a little bit about the size of the market, that architects are fatigued, they don't like the state of tools. Can you give us a picture of can you quantify this for us? Like what does the size of this market look like in 5 years?
The size of the market right now is huge. It's not in this slide particularly, but we sit nicely into 3 different spaces. The current AEC software, the AI company software, And then the legacy tech, which is today's visualization tools like Photoshop, etc. That in itself is a $45 billion market. Here is just case in point for AEC. So today in that market is largely dominated by 3 to 5 companies: Autodesk, Trimble, Nemetschek, and well, one more. So in this space right now, there's almost like a renaissance happening. There's a lot of interest in folks who wants to look for new software to be faster, right? Getting to the results, getting to the value much faster. And of course, legacy giants are also iterating very fast, but they also have a huge appetite, right, to buy folks who are already trying to, solve these problems. Case in point, Chaos, backed by a large private equity firm. They just acquired Enscape, Veras, and a whole bunch of other tools. Autodesk just announced $1 billion acquisition of MaintainX, right, in the AECO space. So it is very ripe and actually fun right now in the AEC space. And there are not many folks who can build what we are building right now because it's a whole match of architecture, design, technology, entrepreneurship, right? So it's all stars align, I feel.